You all know the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, but do you know what happens after Jack stole the gold?
Well, if you don't know, this story will tell you.
The Giant's Revenge.
Written and performed by Class 2F at Kingsall School.
Once upon a time, there lived a nasty boy called Jack.
He had sneaked under the door of a giant's house and had stolen
A silky bag of gold, a magical harp, and a gold hen.
Giant wasn't happy one little bit, so he stole all of Jack's important organs.
He stole his lungs, he stole his heart, he stole his brain, he stole his intestines, he stole his stomach, and he even stole his skin!
By the time the giant had finished, all that was left was a skeleton.
Jack was furious, so he climbed back up the beanstalk and knocked on the giant's door.
Give me my organs, you stupid giant!
Why should I give you your organs when you've got my gold?
You'll have to make a deal then.
If you give me back my gold, I'll give you back your organs.
It's a deal.
Jack scrambled back down the beanstalk. The next morning, Jack shuffled back up the beanstalk with a gold coin.
When he got to the top, he followed a cloud path to the grand castle and knocked on the huge door.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, have you got my gold?
Give me back my lungs first.
So the giant handed back Jack's lungs, and Jack reluctantly gave the gold coin back.
Jack ran out of the room, slid under the dusty door, and raced down the beanstalk. The next day, Jack climbed back up the long green beanstalk.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, have you got my gold?
Give me back my heart first.
Giant handed back Jack's heart, and Jack reluctantly gave the second gold coin back.
Jack ran out of the room, slid under the dusty door, and raced down the beanstalk.
The next day, Jack went back up the long green beanstalk.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, have you got my golden head?
Give me back my brain first.
So the giant handed back Jack's brain, and Jack reluctantly gave the first gold egg back.
Jack ran out of the room, slid under the dusty door, and raced down the beanstalk.
The next day, Jack went back up the long green beanstalk.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, have you got my golden head?
Give me back my intestines first.
So the giant handed back Jack's intestines, and Jack reluctantly gave the second golden egg back. The room, slid under the dusty door, and raced down the beanstalk.
The next day, Jack went back up the long green beanstalk.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, have you got my golden head?
Give me back my stomach first.
So the giant handed back Jack's stomach, and Jack reluctantly gave the golden hen back.
Jack ran out of the room, slid under the dusty door, and raced down the beanstalk.
The next day, Jack went back up the long green beanstalk.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, have you got my golden
Yes, but give me back my skin.
So the giant handed back Jack's skin, and Jack reluctantly gave the heart back.
Jack ran out of the room, slid under the dusty door and raced down the beanstalk.
Once safely at home, Jack put all of his organs back in place.
His lungs, his heart, his brain, his intestines, his stomach, and finally his skin.
That's better, said Jack.
Jack had certainly learned his lesson.
For although he sometimes didn't eat all his greens, he never stole again. The end. The Beanstalkers. The Beanstalkers were Cameron, Georgia, Lizzie, Maya, Ida, Harriet, Hop, Charlie, Oscar, Harvey, Harry, Joshua, Oscar, Elsa, Amelia.